he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to the think tank. So I do believe I have the scanner going. I just hope that it's loud enough for you. It's set to the channel, and I've got it going on a separate computer. So I am hoping that that works out. And JLR has been on the go for a while. So what I'm going to do until things start moving around, if things start moving around, is I'm just going to use this feed for now. And I will absolutely be keeping my eye out for some updates that are live or he's still filming. Let's put it that way. It's that fresh. It's still on his morning feed. So hopefully they catch this guy. Let's do this, friends. He's the only one we've got on the ground right now, friends.
Morning, everyone. Good morning.
Oh, shout out.
So come on in. I'm going to give you guys a update of what's going on here in northern Chester County. I'm at the East NIKTHEHAT Township building, and the search for DANELO Cavalcante continues. But I want to give you guys an update and let you guys know what is going on. What is going on with the search of DANELO? Come on in. Long night. JLR investigates out on the scene.
Good morning, everyone.
NIKTHEHAT. DANELO Cavalcante, the fields of northern Chester County. This right here is 401, just west of Route 100. Go down a few miles, you get the West NIKTHEHAT Township building here. Now, it's a whole different ball game today.
Can you guys hear the scanner okay?
It's very different than it was yesterday. Right now, before I went live, I went down through the rolling hills here, a little north of here, 401, the side roads, all winding through where his vehicle
back at you, my BC
well,
lady.
the stolen vehicle, the white van, was ditched, and it was ditched right off the road by corn.
Morning, Dandy.
Yesterday,
good to see you all.
Went, there was a heavy police presence out here all day long. Not as big as it was in southern Chester County during the search, but there was a big police presence. Well, I went through there today.
Working on my first coffee.
It is mostly all quiet. It's mostly all quiet today. They're doing patrols like they're doing here. There is troopers out and about, positioned at different spots. I seen it, but it's scattered all over. But I don't see any searches going on, actual searches or actual perimeters. So it makes me feel possibly this guy is gone. He's gone. He got out of the way. Or they don't have any information right now that shows he could be in this area. Now, last night was rocking and rolling on 401. There was a farm a little bit down there. There was a farm right on the road here, a couple houses, and there was troopers all lined up facing that home with their spotlights on that home, as if some activity was going on in there, and it was just a traffic nightmare. It was traffic going back and forth because this is a heavily used road, one of the popular roads in this northern part of the county. But I don't think anything came of it. But I did go live, and surrounding the farm itself, they were doing the similar to what they were doing down there in southern Chester County along Longwood Gardens. The police, the authorities, the Pennsylvania State Police were positioning themselves every 50 feet, and it was long lines of cars, long lines of vehicles. But then just suddenly out of the blue, they all got up and left, and it was open.
Good morning, everyone.
Few remaining troopers, they come here, kind of pull in, talk with amongst another, amongst each other, and then they come out, and they just do. It's more or less just patrolling in the area until some new information comes out. They'll leave like this. Until some new information comes out, I don't know if there is any information. It is foggy out here this morning. It is much cooler than the last couple days.
Better for him to run in.
But this, you could more or less call the staging ground in this area. A lot of farmland around here. Lots of corn.
Rather the corn than those big trees. Good
Lots
morning,
of rolling hills.
Shauna.
So my take on the situation is, if there's no sightings of him today in this area, I think he's most likely gone. What will happen at that point? Well, I think personally, there'll probably be more calls in the area at locations 20, 30 miles away, 15 miles away, where they'll say they'll see a Hispanic walking with a backpack. If those calls come through, I'm pretty much 99% convinced right now it wouldn't be him. It's just these people, because if he's not around here, it's most likely
The scanner's
he's
pretty
in another
quiet.
vehicle.
Can you hear it clearly, guys?
He's gone.
Toys
I don't
are
see any
troops.
point of him
Welcome.
returning to this area or lingering around this area at all.
They're peeling out.
These troopers have been working 12-hour shifts. Are the local schools open? I believe they are. I don't believe anything is closed. The only thing I think that is closed, which I saw, was Longwood Gardens. Longwood Gardens put out a statement on their own Facebook page. I believe they're opening on Wednesday. So I don't know what kind of mess was left down there in reference to searching, if a mess at all. It might be no mess. I'm going to go down there later today and see what's up. I want to go to, look around that construction site, on a public street, and see exactly what they were talking about, that construction site that he was seen and hanging out at.
That's what I think, DB.
A lot of unanswered questions. Will authorities give a press conference today? And if they talk, what are they going to say?
Yep.
I saw that PSP put out a tweet and said yesterday
NIKTHEHAT's
that,
having a snooze, I think.
Suspect, DANELO Cavalcante, left Phoenixville. So Phoenixville residents should be kind of at ease at this point. There's no reason to believe he's still in the Phoenixville area. But why did he go to Phoenixville? Why did the guy go to Phoenixville? And why did he head north when authorities were certain that he was going to head south? Now, at any time,
I'm not seeing mainstream on it either, friends.
These troopers are on standby, though. Believe me, I have seen a lot of them all over the place. And, at that call or some information comes through, I'm sure they can all get together real quick and mobilize. But other than that, it's quiet. It's quiet. There's really no latest developments out here in Chester County. I'll check around in a little bit to see if neighbors feel like he's still out there. I'll go around. I'll also show you where his van was left. If you guys want me to do that, I'll show you guys.
Looking to
Where he
see what
left
there
the
is
van. But it's
on social.
foggy.
Yeah, social. And Main Street.
cool out here. And it's quiet.
16 hours ago, 16 hours ago, 17. That's insane. I got a couple that were within the last few
Some
hours.
people speculated that he would
Go through them in a few minutes.
went back up to Phoenixville because he was going to retaliate against people that he maybe felt put him in prison.
That's what I heard too.
Did he leave again? I think he's
Gone.
possibly gone, folks.
Again. Whatever.
If he's
Unreal,
gone,
right?
here's the thing. Here's what I'm confused about. If he came here and ditched his vehicle because authorities think he ran out of gas, no reports of no stolen vehicles around here? No reports of anything on...
What do you guys think? I think
traffic
he's getting
cams?
help.
I know I just passed Eagleville on Route 100, and that way, almost every street light has traffic cams. I'm sure on 23 and different main roads here have traffic cams. Nothing. No detection of them. Did he get in a vehicle? Or is he out in the corn because he ditched his vehicle by corn? Is he out in the corn and he offed himself or something and gave up? Do you think he's the type that would give up? I spoke to his ex-roommate. His ex-roommate was out here yesterday. His name is Franco. He was out here. He wants him caught. But the ex-roommate said, the guy got nothing to lose. The guy got nothing to lose. So if you got nothing to lose, maybe he ditched his van, and then just went out in the field and just did something to himself. The choppers were out. They were out in the sky looking for him. I seen him. Nothing.
He was in a really bad reception area yesterday.
Got help? A lot of you say, oh, he's long gone.
Hey, Fernando, welcome. Melissa,
he's long gone, JLR. He's gone.
Amanda, welcome.
At this point, possibility.
Don't forget to like,
probably stronger possibility
share,
that he's gone than
subscribe.
He's here.
Hit that thumb bell.
There's no
please.
Activity.
It's important for
really
that
going on
darn
around.
algorithm.
Except a lot of fields, trees, rolling hills.
Thanks, Dandy.
Of Chester County. I'm sure it's in the back of the residents' minds that he could still be out here.
Welcome from the UK, William.
Is the corn good there? I'm not sure. So what happens next? Do they just... Who takes over the investigation? If he leaves the state of Pennsylvania, wouldn't it go into the U.S. Marshals' hands? Bivens with the PSP said, still doesn't change the investigation in a sense. If he's caught, he'll come back and be brought to justice.
Hello, New Hampshire.
The U.S. Marshals have a lot of technology.
Hello, Scotland.
To track people. I'm wondering, too, this was in my back of the mind. If he had help or someone following him in his van and he got into another vehicle once he ditched the van that ran out of gas or was low on gas. But I don't understand that because if he had help, the person helping him would give him money to get gas or even put gas in that vehicle because they said he ran out of gas. Why did he ditch the vehicle? Or did he ditch the vehicle? Coincidentally, it had low gas. He was just trying to save his money, as much little money that he has, and decided to ditch it because there was a bolo out there on the van, which makes me feel he probably has access to a cell phone or some sort of device where he can get information. And they were like, "Yo, homie, you got." Or thinking to
Welcome,
himself,
New
"Yo,
York.
I gotta get rid of this van ASAP." But he tried to get it down there where it's almost on empty because he has limited money. He has to live with as little money as
Oh, do you know
possible
where that was by chance?
to get out. But if he
Welcome,
did have help,
Ohio.
or if he did have a phone with him, either or, maybe the authorities will geofence all the numbers that were in the area and try to pinpoint a phone number and then a phone, and then maybe they can track
I'm in
the
Canada,
phones
so
that were
it's
in the
nice for
area
me to have someone that's willing
if
to
they have that capability.
share their feed so I can keep you guys
At the same time, the
updated.
way
I can
the van was ditched was very rural, and
Good
phone
question.
service is very spotty out there.
Can you
I
guys
couldn't
hear
even
my
live
scanner
stream
going
out
in the
there. It
back?
was so bad. Would that alter it up? Would that alter the plans? How else couldn't you track them? The geofencing, surveillance, and street cams
I'm wondering
off
the same
off
thing.
these rural roads. These rural roads all lead to a major roadway. Right to the south there, about 5 miles, is the entrance to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Definitely going through cameras there. They have his image of his face. Does the cameras there, can they zero in on people's faces that pass through the toll booths? Can street cams get you by your face? How quick does his facial
That's
hair
what it
grow?
sounds like, Amanda.
He shaved
not
before.
verified,
Maybe he won't
but
shave
that
and
is
continue
what
to
it
grow
sounds
back
like.
out. But then he'll look like the same guy. He looked like a totally different person when he shaved.
He really did.
Authorities, I'm told authorities were in Phoenixville yesterday speaking to old associates with him and affiliation, people he was affiliated with.
You can hear the scanner,
Maybe to
okay,
try to get
Candy?
some information if he tried to contact any of them, or what numbers and how. I mean, the guy was seen on somebody's steps. Was that the trailer? He's had help. That's what people think. I'm not so sure. Maybe he was soliciting help. Maybe he was trying to get help. Maybe he was trying to reconnect with people that he hadn't seen in years. But what fool out there would even want to help? If you had a friend that was incarcerated for a couple years and did the most egregious act possible, and this person called you out of the blue and wanted help and assistance, would you help him? I mean, his friends, his two people that assisted him escaping when he stabbed his girlfriend, they're lucky they didn't get charged, because they could have probably been charged. Easy. They got immunity, but they really could have been charged. So maybe a plea deal to testify, but at least some charges. They didn't even get charged. Is that what happens in Chester County when you help people escape? That question was asked yesterday at the press conference. I think anyone that assisted him or any way, or gave him even if they gave him $1, should be charged. Aiding and abetting, harboring a fugitive, helping someone escape. I don't know the statutes you could charge somebody with similar facts. He's long gone, folks. Possibility. Long gone. So we're going to see what happens today. I'll show you around, and I'm also going to go to the spot where his van was found. Going to go back to Chester County. Also going to a couple places in Phoenixville. I have a few addresses in Phoenixville I was told to check out, and also monitoring the scanner. I've built a lot of relationships out of here with locals. I've given so many of my business cards to locals. Locals have invited me to their property. If anything goes down around here, that I would be able to go onto their property and we'll be able to see if they do any searches and monitoring it. Appreciate the law enforcement last night that brought me
I'm
that
thinking maybe
umbrella.
his sisters.
The PSP are very, again, the PSP, the troopers that are the soldiers out here, the troopers, nice as can be, all of them, nice as can be. I haven't seen an ignorant one. I haven't seen a mean one. All of them, if you wave to them, they wave back. If they, when they tell people, you know, this is a perimeter, they're very nice and respectful to people. Nothing but professionalism, determination, you know, nice, kind.
Very good question, Echo.
But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get any more information until they release information. There is media. There's media up on 401 up at the gas station, the 7-Eleven across the street, and Wawa, the 7-Eleven and Wawa there. There's some media parked around there and just waiting to see. But the scanners are on standby. You never know. Something could pop up. There could be a crime reported that's related. If he walked away from this location, maybe at one point there'll be some sort of burglary or a car, stolen car, like he did at the farms in southern Chester County. And we'll never understand why somebody left their keys in the car, but only they can, or keys in the van, only they can explain that. I used to live out in this kind of area growing up, and I never left my keys in my car at night. I think maybe a few times I used to forget, but purposely just say, hey, I'm going to leave my keys in my car. It's just, that's so the odd circumstances. You're looking for a fugitive around Chester County in southern area, and just happen, someone leaves their keys in their van, and this guy happens to go to the right location at the right time. Because we were expecting to hear something where he would break into a house, steal the car, or steal the keys out of the house, come out and steal the car. This, it's like was given to him. A silver platter of the golden ticket to get away was literally given to the guy. So I'll never understand that. Maybe someone from the farm speaks out. Some people are saying planned. Some people are saying planned. So I'll go live in a bit, folks. I'm out here, JLR Investigate. Subscribe to my channel, like, hit the notification button. We will talk soon, everyone. Good morning from northern Chester County.
Okay.
Something breaks, I'm here.
So I'm going to take a look and see if we've got anything else. I've got a couple things up that we can talk about, but there does not look like there was a big active evening. So let's take a look at this here. Oh, I so thought he would have been captured by now. Oh, my word. Let's see here.
I'm sorry, this medicine isn't covered by your insurance.
Yeah, I decide which medicines you can get.
Wait, you're not my doctor.
That's right. I'm your insurance company's pharmacy benefit manager.
Officials tracking an escaped murderer in Pennsylvania say he's becoming
Oh, there we go.
more desperate. That search is now in its second week. Correspondent Nate Foy is in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania tonight. Hello, Nate.
Hey, Shannon. So authorities are really focusing their search tonight in Longwood Gardens. It's a botanical garden here in Chester County. You can see some authorities are making their way in behind me right now. There was another reported sighting of Danilo Cavalcante earlier today, just before noon here. This is also the last known location where authorities have proof of his whereabouts. Take a look at these pictures. This was Monday night. He was seen twice at this botanical garden, an hour apart on the trail camera. Pennsylvania State Police say their current search zone is between 8 and 10 square miles. They're using dogs, horses, drones, helicopters, and hundreds of personnel on the ground to capture Cavalcante, but troopers say the terrain is too difficult to simply march through.
The number of people that it would take to contain that area and be able to walk shoulder to shoulder through that area and squeeze, and the amount of time that it would take, it's just simply not realistic. It is very important we keep the pressure on him as we continue this hunt. Cavalcante is considered extremely dangerous.
Lieutenant Colonel Bivens also said today he has every reason to believe that Cavalcante is still within their search perimeter. He's again urging residents
Which
to
one?
lock their homes, garages, and cars so Cavalcante can't obtain any more supplies than he already has. Chester County District Attorney Deb Ryan admitted today that authorities are frustrated.
This is an outrage. This should have never happened. We're all upset. We're all concerned, and there will be a thorough investigation.
Meanwhile, the tower officer during Cavalcante's escape at Chester County Prison remains on administrative leave pending an investigation. Back out here live, this is now the 8th reported sighting of Cavalcante in the 8 days since his escape, and authorities are offering $20,000 for information leading to his arrest. They're again asking for the public's help for tips so they can bring this manhunt to a close that's now entering its second week. Shannon?
Oh my
Decoy,
word.
thank you.
It's just what? Okay, so I will put that up and pause it. You wanted to see that interview with the roommate? Let's do that. Let's do it. It's short, but that's quite okay. Oh, you can't hear him very well, though.
I just went to record so I can sleep. I can go live my normal life.
I can't hear him. I got it cranked.
Yeah, he has to pay for what he did.
Definitely. And to know that this is now going on the 11th day, police really thought they had him yesterday. To know he escaped and is outside of that perimeter.
See if JLR gets in here. Okay. Let's see what we got. Maybe there's... Looking. Could barely hear that. Could barely hear that. What I'm going to do is, let's look over here. And what I'll do is I'm going to probably, after we've caught up a little bit, is I'm going to put Nick on from last night and we'll do updates, keep the scanner going. I hope you guys can hear that clearly.
It's your journey.
So
Own
this
every
is going
mile
to be
in
the
the
former
Hyundai Tucson
roommate.
with America's best warranty. Now, get 2.99% APR for 60 months or up to $1,500 total savings on the Tucson. See your local Hyundai dealer today.
More confirmed sightings, a stolen van towed away, but police still have not found a prisoner who escaped from Chester County Jail more than now. It appears he's on the move again. I'm Shayna Ferreira. For days, the search perimeter centered around Longwood Gardens, but now police have changed their focus of their attention. Here's what we know tonight. The search, DANELO Cavalcante, has now moved on to about 20 miles away from the previous area. Police say Cavalcante stole a van to get away, and they say he just changed his clothes and even shaved his face. Now, Eddie, you've been on top of the story all day. What can you tell us?
Hey, good evening, Shayna. This is the area they've been searching for the last couple of hours. I'm going to get out of the frame here to show you. There's several police vehicles, law enforcement vehicles in this area. They've been coming and going, state troopers coming and going up and down this road. This road had about 30 or 40 different law enforcement lined up at one point a couple of hours ago. Right now, we are near the corner of Conestoga Road and Font Road. This is in Glenmore Township, PA. And the intensity picked up right around 6 o'clock. Roads were shut down.
Okay, I thought they said that there would be an interview, but fingers crossed. It'd be nice to hear from that guy. I've seen it, but I'd like to share it for sure.
But unfortunately, as of right now, we have no official reports of a new sighting or that he's been caught. Early Sunday morning, police released these new images of escaped killer DANELO Cavalcante, saying he has changed his appearance and is now clean-shaven and wearing a yellow or green hooded sweatshirt, a black baseball cap, green prison pants, and white shoes. Their search moving over 20 miles away from the Longwood Gardens area to Phoenixville. Police say Cavalcante went to an old work associate's home around 9:52 p.m., talking through a Ring doorbell camera where these images were captured. The homeowner
He
wasn't
looks
home, and
loaded.
when they reviewed their footage around midnight, they called police to let them know.
Investigators were also made aware of another sighting in the Phoenixville area in which Cavalcante appeared at a residence of another old work associate at 10:07 p.m.
I have
That
not seen
associate
anything
was
like
not
that.
home, but a female resident observed Cavalcante and called her friend. That friend responded to the residents and eventually placed a call to local police.
Through
Good morning,
these tips, law
Kiska.
enforcement learned that he had stolen this white van. They confirmed it was taken from a business in the Longwood Gardens area after the owners left the keys in it.
This most recent incident is a reminder that he will take advantage of any opportunity to obtain items he needs. It is also imperative that anyone with information about Cavalcante contact us immediately so we can act on it in a timely manner.
I
Now,
agree,
at
Melissa.
10:40 a.m. on Sunday, the vehicle was discovered abandoned in a field behind a barn in East Manfield Township. Police focused
Welcome,
their search in that
Australia.
area, eventually shifting their efforts to the area of Fairview and Win Hollow Road. It was here that we talked to Franco Rosa, who says Cavalcante lived with him for 4 months, and he moved out a few days before he killed his ex.
Did he seem like an evil person? No, not at all. Not at all. He was just really quiet guy, shy guy.
He says he assisted police with the murder investigation and is offering any help he can now.
I don't want him free anymore because it's not just me. If I'm this nervous, can you imagine like the ex-girlfriend's sister who's taking care of the two kids? They're super scared. I have my cousin, she has kids in school going to Phoenixville. They're always scared too.
And law enforcement confirmed that Cavalcante's sister was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and is possibly facing deportation. Officials believe Cavalcante has been seeking help from people he knows in the region.
He is absolutely looking for support. He needs that support. He doesn't have it.
I have not seen drone footage from JLR
Law
yet,
enforcement
but
has
I
been
haven't been
advised
watching
that they
him
are
all night
authorized
and
to use deadly force
into
if
the later evening
Cavalcante
last night.
does not surrender, and of course there is a $20,000 reward for any information that leads to his arrest. Shayna.
All right, Eddie, we'll be sure to stay on top of this. And as always, if you see something, say something, call 911. Thanks so much, Eddie. And a prisoner.
If you see something, say something. Okay. What's going on here? Come on. Refresh it. Are we going to get it? Oh. Let's see. Can you guys hear that scanner okay? It's not on right now. Nothing's happening. But when it does come on, are you hearing it? Okay.
Killer Danelo Cavalcante has once again managed to slip past a police perimeter. Authorities are saying they're not going to bring in more officers after Cavalcante managed to steal a van. You see it on your screen. He's also changed his appearance, as his recent image shows. He's now clean-shaven, and apparently he's changed his clothes as well. Brandon Goldner from CBS Philadelphia has more on what is now a 12-day search.
He is very determined.
12 days.
We are even more determined.
Convicted killer Danelo Cavalcante has left authorities scrambling again after he managed to slip past police this weekend.
No perimeter is 100% secure, ever. I'm not going to make an excuse to you. I wish it had not happened.
Police say Cavalcante stole a dairy delivery van Saturday night and drove about 25 miles to a former co-worker's house, where a doorbell camera spotted him with a new look. Now clean-shaven and wearing a bright green sweatshirt, he made a second attempt at another co-worker's house, apparently looking for help evading authorities both times.
He will take advantage of any opportunity to...
This guy, what is it with the eyes? Like, look at this guy's eyes. Look at that. I wouldn't want to run into this troll in the winds or in the woods, not like that. No.
He will take advantage of any opportunity to obtain items he needs.
The van was found ditched in a field Sunday morning, likely abandoned because of low fuel.
He's been crafty, staying really in the woods down near the creeks, but it sounds like the law enforcement has really closed in.
Jason Masaryk lives nearby.
Folks are really vigilant around here. You've come to our back road, out here in our woods, we're going to help find you. We're going to get you.
Cavalcante's been spotted
I
at least
remember
10
seeing
times
that.
since he broke out of prison on August 31st while awaiting transfer to serve a life sentence for murdering his ex-girlfriend.
I'm confident we will identify where he is.
Officials have not released any additional details about those two people Cavalcante tried to get in touch with, but they say they know he is trying to seek support right now. Meanwhile, the weather has played a major impact on this search, stressing law enforcement after that heat wave last week. Heavy rain grounded police helicopters over the weekend. Nate?
Let's hope he's captured soon. I know it is scary for people in that area. Brandon, thank you.
Yeah. Why are his sneakers so white? That was a really good question. It's almost like he got new footwear. I don't think social media is chasing this guy out. I mean, I'm in Canada. I can't chase him anywhere. Let's see what we got here. Nice beach. Beauty.
Escapee DANELO Cavalcante has a new appearance, and officials are also searching a new area as the manhunt now nears 2 weeks.
State police, they believe Cavalcante is still in Pennsylvania. CBS News Philadelphia's Brandon Goldner is in the new search area in Glenmore, Chester County with more.
Good morning. Law enforcement leading the search for DANELO Cavalcante say there's no indication he has fled the state, but they are prepared to do a national search if necessary. Their concern is that Cavalcante either has or will try to steal another vehicle after using a van and trying to get in touch with two former colleagues. Police believe Cavalcante was...
Hey, I used to see that guy on WFLA, I do believe. So yeah, it's continuing. Nothing happened during the evening. Now that it's daylight, are they going to find anything? I hope so.
Able to break through their perimeter by using an underground tunnel or drainage ditch. Investigators say Saturday night he stole a van from Bailey's Dairy Farm in Westchester after someone left the keys inside. He ditched it after it ran out of gas. Detectives say he then tried to seek help from two former co-workers, one of whom shared images of Cavalcante from their doorbell camera. The images show he's now clean-shaven with a green hoodie.
I'm not going to make an excuse to you. I wish it had not happened. Unfortunately, there are a lot of circumstances. There are a lot of issues associated with that property. Tunnels, very large drainage ditches, things that could not be secured. You couple that with weather, aviation being down for a night. There are a number of reasons. Again, no excuses.
Police are urging the public to
Sounds
remain
like maybe
vigilant, check their
excuses.
home surveillance cameras, and report any sightings of Cavalcante to police. Brandon Goldner, CBS News, Philadelphia.
And we also know a sister of Cavalcante was arrested yesterday. A Pennsylvania State Police spokesman says the woman was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and indicated, though, that it was not related to her brother's prison escape. The spokesman said that it was, quote, separate from this incident.
Oh, my word. Sounded like excuses. Okay, this is just from the PA State Police, and they are saying we continued our search for DANELO Cavalcante this morning. We asked Chester County residents to remain on lookout and ensure vehicles and homes remain locked. We urge anyone with information to call the tip line 717-562-2987. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. This woman's great. She started when she was so young. One for the women's, the girls' team. I'm not hearing much. Not much on the scanner.
Cavalcante has a new appearance, and officials are also searching a new area as the manhunt now nears 2 weeks.
State police, they believe Cavalcante is still in Pennsylvania. CBS News Philadelphia's Brandon Goldner is in the new search area in Glenmore, Chester County with more.
Good morning. Law enforcement leading the search for Danelo Cavalcante say there's no indication he has fled the state, but they are prepared to do a national search if necessary. Their concern is that Cavalcante either has or will try to steal another vehicle after using a van and trying to get in touch with 2 former colleagues. Police believe Cavalcante was able to break through their perimeter by using an underground tunnel or drainage ditch. Investigators say
Good morning,
Saturday
Nicole.
night he stole a van from Bailey's Dairy Farm in Westchester after someone left the keys inside.
Trigger says, I don't think
Ditched
they
it
know
after
where
it
he
ran out of
is.
gas. Detectives say he then tried to seek help from 2 former co-workers, one of whom shared images of Cavalcante from their doorbell camera. The images show he's now clean-shaven with a green hoodie.
I'm not going to make an excuse to you. I wish it had not happened. Unfortunately, there are a lot of circumstances. There are a lot of issues associated with that property. Tunnels, ditches, things that could not be secured. You couple that with weather.
I think they said $1
being down
million
for a
a
number of
day.
reasons.
I
Again,
could be wrong,
no
but I
excuse.
think that's what I heard.
Police are urging the public to remain vigilant, check their home surveillance cameras, and report any sightings of Cavalcante to police. Brandon Goldner, CBS News, Philadelphia.
And we also know a sister of Cavalcante was arrested yesterday. A Pennsylvania State Police spokesman says the woman was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and indicated, though, that it was not related to her brother's prison escape. The spokesman said that it was, quote, separate from this incident.
All righty then. Okay, well, let's check out. I just have to find him here, and then we'll grab him. We're going to look at Nick while I am watching for some more updates. They were just bombing around looking, but it gives you a really good idea of what was happening out there. It was a quiet night. That's why we're here again this morning. But enjoy while I'm finding us some content.
All right, guys, one second. I'm just trying to
That's their
figure out if
staging
these are
area.
confirmed reports. Let's see.
It's been getting very little mainstream media. Just a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there.
All right, guys, I'm pulling up the scanner. It does sound like there's some activity going on. So according to reports, authorities spotted Cavalcante running through a field near Wind Hollow Road in Fairfield. All units have been called to the location and the area has been evacuated. That's what we're hearing. K9 units and 4 drones are currently aiding the chase, but I don't see any drones. I'm trying to check the exact area. Where this is, when we put in Wind Hollow, there's a perimeter around it. Let's see if we can get any closer. Give me a second. I'm trying to also check.
What do you guys think? Are they going to catch this guy? Or is he just enrolled in grade 5 class?
Waving. I got you, Trevor. So you're a little busy. Westchester is advising that their drones are available. Do you want me to make a call out to them? Units coming up in your cars. Come up all the way up to this tree line here. You'll see me waving. I got you.
Why does he keep
Yeah, Jared, we
breaking
probably need to get
out
somebody
of
at the
their
end of this dog
perimeter?
leg, up above me to my left.
Is he like Samantha
24,
from the
25
Witch?
fire.
Blink his eyes?
Oh, yeah, it's operating one. I'll stand by for prior message.
Or do garden gnomes have specific tricks?
Stress precision. 20.1.
Quiet night, guys.
Okay. Copy.
So we're trying to.
Every 2 on 1 rip. County, do you have another unit available?
Trying to get.
This is from last night, from NIKTHEHAT. There is literally nothing happening right now. So we're doing an update and see if anything busts open while we're checking into this morning. I mean, it's what, day 12. It's time. Right? You think so, Tony? That could very well be.
Trying to figure out exactly what's going on. I'll show you where we are, just so you have an idea. We're on Conestoga Road, right?
I think
across
so.
Wind Hollow. So it depends in which direction on Wind Hollow this guy's running. So we're gonna try to go around, but we're literally right here, and then Wind Hollow is through this field to our left, through the tree line. You guys can check it out again. So I'm gonna see which
Could be.
area this guy's running.
But yeah, I'm live. This isn't
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
not
what's going
a
on.
video.
Trying to get
I'm
the,
here bright and early.
mic to work, or the AirPods, but
Yeah, I think you might be right, my friend.
working right now. Give me a sec.
See you later,
Yeah, I know. I'm
James.
trying to get the AirPods to work. I'm probably gonna have to get in the car and go around.
Scanner's pretty quiet.
Yeah, guys, I'm not talking. That's why you can't hear me. I'm trying to check for any updates. We're waiting to find out.
I hope so, Melissa.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're waiting to find out what's going.
This footage
going
is
on
from
and
last
where?
night that we're looking at now.
I'll be around as well. Be looking on. Yeah, 260, okay. All incoming units. 268 Wind Hollow Road. 832 Adam 1 at the intersection of Route 401 and Fairview for Manpower.
So they're calling for Manpower.
Well said. Thank you, DB. Welcome again to all the new
gonna
subscribers.
screen
It's great to
record
have
this
you
right up
join
on,
the fam.
Twitter. While I figure out.
All incoming units. 268 Wind Hollow Road. 832 Adam 1 at the intersection of Route 401 and Fairview for Manpower.
We don't want them. Canada doesn't want them. Although Trudeau seems to have a soft heart for everybody but Canadians. There's that. He could, but I think you might be right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We're gonna hang out here. You never know, maybe he'll pop out, trying to figure out what's going on. I see. Is that a trooper? So there's a trooper standing right there, guys. Hey, let me see the other camera. There's another trooper standing like right in that direction, facing the trees. So I'm guessing
We've
they're
already
waiting in
watched
case he
that,
pops out.
Casey. If you want to look back or look at his, whatever works best for you, that's been covered. I would think that's what he'll get a hold of is these gangs. They're pretty good with their underground stuff, aren't they?
So we're on Conestoga Road. And there's more officers arriving from the other end of the road. So guys, look, here's what we're seeing. When we zoom in, there's an officer standing by the woods waiting for Cavalcante to possibly pop out. So it does look like they're giving some sort of
Oh, he could parry.
I
He
would
could
say, I don't
easily
know
blend
how
in as
fast
a
this
teen
guy is.
boy or girl.
Again, like they're literally positioned, waiting for any movement to pop from that area.
Mike, probably in New York City, has health insurance, housing, EMT card, and is a registered Democrat. You're funny.
It looks like they're focusing sort of on this.
Yeah, Ottawa's Canada's capital. I'm on the other side of the
Here's a
country.
little map of the point of interest that they're currently looking at. You guys can see it. So the activity.
You're inside our perimeter. I'm going to need to ask you to go on the other side of that.
All right, guys, so we're inside the perimeter, so we're going to make a move. They just put us in it. So we're going to go outside of it, right up the street. Give me a sec. All right, guys, so the perimeter has been moved. Everybody's going to be told they're being asked to leave. Let's see if there's any updates that are coming through.
Welcome back.
All right, guys, so there's a confirmed sighting. The guy was spotted running through the woods, so they're moving the perimeter. So we're not sure. So they're moving the perimeter right now.
Hello, Australia.
We gotta get out of here. Like, we're gonna go up the street.
Nice to see you. I appreciate it.
Everybody's on their way out right now. Now, this is the 11th day they've been chasing this guy, just to put it in perspective. So we're about to find out.
Did you, Raymond, in Alberta? Did you work in the oil field, oil and gas?
Exactly what's going on. But again, you guys just saw that. This is now part of the perimeter. So we're moving out. We're going to be going left on Conestoga, just about maybe a few hundred yards, I would say. It's bizarre how everywhere we go, they sort of turn it into a perimeter without us kind of knowing. So give me a sec. I'm locked out of the car. You guys can see the storms are moving in.
It got pretty rainy, didn't it? Pretty wet.
Again, so what we're hearing is they gave chase. They spotted him somewhere in the woods on Wind Hollow, which is directly across this line of travel. Let's try to get there.
Wowza, wowza.
Just up the street, right in front of the troopers. Part of the perimeter now. They don't have them yet, but the perimeter moved right in front of the trooper at this location. So we're just gonna, they told us all to get out, so we're gonna go up. All right, guys, let's go. You can see everybody's rolling out at the same time. Everybody's shifting gears rather quickly. There's no way out of there. All right, guys. So again, we're at a little town hall here. The perimeter is just on the other side of this town hall. I don't know if there's a exit there. Is there?
Absolutely. There's a fairly big playlist on Abby and Libby.
We're moving.
I highly recommend going through it. There's lots of
Up,
information.
this way.
That case has been close to my heart for a lot of years.
Yeah. Yeah. Right in front of the trooper, wherever we can. Anywhere we can get closer, yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna pull up right behind that guy.
Was that a Vox's cereal? I wondered what that was.
In front of him. Either or. But you can see the perimeter has just moved to this spot.
Welcome, Dar.
So we are not on.
Welcome, New Zealand.
Sorry, guys.
Welcome, Dubai.
What we're seeing is activity. This is outside of the perimeter now. Not by far, but. Bear with us. I'm assuming we'll just hang in the car. I'm not sure if this is going to end up switching as it did last time. I don't want to set up on this person's yard.
Good morning, Vernon.
Yeah, so
Vernon, BC. Love it. Family close to there.
If the other media is doing it, I guess that's permission, so to say.
This live is from last night, but this is live. I'm doing the live and looking up newer information while we're watching.
This is Conestoga Road.
Nick.
I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm not sure where they're hearing about that neighbor. Let me see. I just got a text.
I've heard about those tunnels underground there.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Okay. Right, Shauna? People from all over.
again.
Everyone, welcome.
Hatters. We are not too far from where they're apparently giving some sort of chase.
Go figure. Hey, Cassie.
According to the scanner, I believe somebody said they saw somebody. They're giving chase and they're asking for more units, but
Thanks, Melissa.
Not exactly.
Mike, new perimeter from Florida to Vancouver. Well said. Thank you very much, DB.
You guys can see. I'm going to set up a tripod because I'm not going to hold this. But yeah. Again, guys, I'm not going off of other reports. I don't do that. Yesterday, everybody was reporting that he was at Longwood Gardens and that they had him cornered in. So let's not assume anything.
Should I be on the lookout over here in Dubai in case he's got this far? Do you know what, Speedy Squirrel? I would.
We don't really assume on this kind of stuff. We haven't assumed much in the coverage that we've covered. In our coverage of the manhunt, we haven't done much. We haven't given many assumptions. So We're not going to
Yeah.
go off of
Yeah,
other
check out the
reports.
playlist,
We're
friend.
going to wait until we hear something, and I haven't heard anything. So there are additional. That's Phoenixville Police. I just drove by. Schuylkill Township Police.
Hello, London.
And they seem to be
Don't send them to
descending on
London.
that road right here.
Just captured. Did you guys catch
You guys
him?
can see they're lighting it up.
Good on ya.
And perhaps this is going to be part of the perimeter once again.
I don't know, kind of 50-50, Tracy. What do you think?
Let's go as far out to here, so we're not on her yard as much. I don't want to. All right, guys, I'm going to go speak with the neighbor real quick. Just to make sure we're cool here. I don't want to hang around and.
His Twitter account, Nick the Hat's Twitter account, is running across the bottom of the screen, and it is in the description. Welcome, Manchester. Yeah, he's still on the run, Al. Have a good nap, Tigger. He absolutely is. And he's skilled. I think they could boost it up a little bit. What do you think? Yes, I do believe the garden gnomes are throwing them off a little bit. Gone burgers. Yeah, helicopters, drones, horses, military, tactical, local,
Right, guys,
state,
so we're
federal
good here.
cops.
I just spoke with the resident, and they're cool with us parking up. So.
Yeah, isn't that something? Wow. Just like Richard Ramirez. That didn't work out well for him, did it? Okay, then. They need a little bit more. I think they need to boost that number up.
Yeah. So Rahang's gonna get another angle real quick, and see if he can grab any thing from down there. So again,
possible sighting. They're saying possible sighting on the scanner. So let's see what happens
too
here.
far from Winwood.
St. John's
Hollow.
Circle.
I'm sorry, we're not too. We're right around the corner.
St. John's Circle.
Yeah, guys, I don't have any confirmation that he's being surrounded. I have no confirmation of that at all.
That was a false report.
The only thing I know is that right now they have that area pretty much surrounded. They're gearing up in that tactical gear that you guys have been seeing so frequently now for the past 10 days. So again, we are right by Wind Hollow Road, where the the action is unfolding again. And guys, remember, yesterday people were saying that he was surrounded in the woods.
Okay, what happened here? Let me get back. He does time out periodically.
That wasn't it. You know, he wasn't in the woods. So again, so guys,
Okay, I'm going to have to wait until I hear a little bit more about that location. And I'll try and bring it up on Google Earth.
we're waiting to see helicopter. And again, guys, it doesn't really matter what people say. He's been surrounded for what, 12 days, 11 days. They had hundreds of officers around. They had tactical units. They had just about everything you can imagine. People were saying that he's in the woods at Longwood and that they had him surrounded and they were cornering him in, and you guys watched it unfold. So we're just gonna hang out and see what's going on. So neighbors are saying that they found the van right up the street. Well, they're saying that's a hung. I'm sure he'll tell us when he gets back.
Well, it could have been, or his sister. He ended up with one. He had to have one when he escaped because he had to have been able to contact that sister somehow.
So guys, we're not going to instill any hype or panic for obvious reasons. There goes some cool the birds flying over. We're not going to instill any panic. Look at this line of birds. Wow.
Geese.
You guys see that?
Oh, not geese. Ominous.
What? Geese? Hold on, I'm going to mute it for a second, guys. Hold on. Just a resident I want to speak with. Let me.
Yeah, that's been pointed out to me. I can't even say I know why. The spelling is different unless he just changed it for being in the US. I'm not sure. Hello, Atlantic City. All right, Anthony. They probably want him to feel like he's got the heat is off in the area and hopes he gets comfortable enough to pop out someplace. That would be good. Yeah, and now it's gone quiet. They gave the street name, but they didn't say exactly. It looks like there's a few of those different streets, so I'm waiting for an exact location so I can show you guys. See if there's anything happening. I'll keep watching the boots on the ground and go from there. Here in New York, back in 2015, New York convicts escaped from
All right, guys,
prison.
we're back. If you guys know.
Woman guard helped them, so she thought they loved her. Anyways, didn't go well for them. They
So
were
again,
caught
guys,
deceased, now ended up making a movie.
Yeah, there's
about
a lot of locals here, and they want answers too. This case has been pretty intense on Chester County. It wasn't just the Pocopson area, but it was also, I mean, Delaware.
Yeah, like
residents in
Casey
Delaware have been
White.
watching, worried that he's coming their way. But he's not right now. He's apparently in this area. We were about several hundred yards back when we started the stream.
Yes,
Looking
very
for an
good,
area to
Bam.
go, and they made that into the perimeter. So now we're going to stay right outside of it until we have any updates. Let me see if I have any
I'm live,
photos
but we're
that
looking
are on
at
the
last
photographs I can
night's
show you guys.
feed. There's not much out yet this morning.
So here's officers gearing up,
Thanks, Mexi.
and that's right ahead of us. Hey, how are you? Oh, really?
Totally amateur.
Sorry, so
All
much.
things Chester County. No, you're great. And then like someone goes, "Are you Nick?" I go, "No." But I watch him every night now.
See, I hear that all the time.
I watched you last night. I came home from you and
We're like watching the tournament at Longwood Gardens, sitting around there. They said it's huge. That kind of stuff.
Well, now she can report it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this just came out a few minutes ago, and it says the sister of a dangerous fugitive whose prison escape more than a week ago triggered a full-scale manhunt. Yes, okay, I had to check. Oh my word. So this manhunt was in Pennsylvania, and he was arrested by U.S. immigration. Okay, let me say this again. The sister of a dangerous fugitive whose prison escape more than a week ago triggered a full-scale manhunt in Pennsylvania has been arrested by U.S. immigration authorities. Pennsylvania state authorities provided an update Sunday afternoon on the ongoing search for 34-year-old DANELO Cavalcante. We've got that on yesterday's feed, who escaped from Chester County Prison August 31st. Cavalcante was last spotted near Phoenixville in northern Chester County overnight Saturday. A white 2020 Ford Transit van that he stole was recovered by authorities after it was left abandoned in East Nantmeal Township later that day. Lieutenant Colonel George Biven has also revealed that Cavalcante's sister, Eleni Cavalcante, was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement over some immigration issues. Miss Cavalcante reportedly faces deportation. Mr. Bivens didn't say whether she was suspected to have been contacted by Cavalcante, but confirmed during the press conference that Cavalcante had visited the home of a former co-worker on Saturday night. The individual was out having dinner with his family when Cavalcante showed up at his home and requested through doorbell camera to meet with him. The former coworker did not respond to Cavalcante and later alerted state police. Doorbell video images showed Cavalcante to be now clean-shaven, wearing a yellow or green hooded sweatshirt, black baseball cap, green prison pants, and white shoes. The fugitive then traveled to the home of another former coworker's home in Phoenixville. A female resident who was home when Cavalcante rang the bell called a friend who eventually informed law enforcement about the sighting. The manhunt has been repeatedly expanded as Cavalcante has managed to sneak past the search perimeter several times. No perimeter is 100% secure. We do the best we can. Most times we're able to secure it adequately, Mr. Bivens said on Sunday. So that is what we've got right now as far as what the cops have put out. So let's see what we've got here as far as activity.
Because he changes.
This guy, I mean, the garden gnome with magical disappearing, magical disappearing acts. It's just blowing me away.
You know,
16 hours, 19 hours, 15, 15, 13. So let's see. So let's take a boo over here for a second. Oh, no, that's what we just looked at. So okay, I will go back to this for now. It does, doesn't it? Very majestic. Yeah, the video is from last night, but we are live. Oh, is that right, Casey? Another channel pinned every time yesterday that something was related to him and formed 2 complete circles. It was odd. Ah. They're saying deportation issues, so I'm not sure.
I feel like I know you.
Yeah, that's. I think that might have attracted them to her for sure.
Sorry, guys. I'm just talking to a few locals, trying to find some updates. As of right
Cassie,
now,
they
there
won't
are
say
none.
it's an
You
embarrassment
guys see
to
'em.
our
You're seeing what we're
immigration
seeing.
system.
That's possible. Like people were saying yesterday that maybe the call was just to get him out of the area and for them to take the sister. I mean, that's a little bit. I mean, it shows that they have something. Usually, they'll put that detainer on you as a method to hold you in place. They can hold you on that detainer, from what I'm hearing from law enforcement, until they want to charge you. So it's possible that she's being held pending aiding and
sure
abetting
did.
charges. It's possible, and I also understand that there might be one other individual that they're looking to charge or have charged. So the sister had they put a detainer on her from ICE, and typically when they do that, it's more so in a situation like this. It's more so because they knew when this whole manhunt began her status, so there was an agreement to cooperate. And for them
Oh.
to put a detainer on her, that means that she might have breached that agreement, and they're
Alice
waiting
Cooper.
to file charges for aiding and abetting. So that's what we believe is the purpose of the detainer that they put on her. It's not really for being undocumented. It's more so they can hold her pending charges, and they don't need any probable cause other than she shouldn't be in the country right now. But the sister had an agreement to cooperate in the search. She was supposed to assist law enforcement if she
I say
received
follow
any
the water and look
information
up
or a phone
high.
call or any contact with her brother, for them to place the detainer on her. That means that she did not report the contact that was made between her and the brother.
Have a good day at school, little man. Some are having dinner with Bigfoot, Jimmy Hoffa, and Tupac Shakur. Is he? Let me check. Maybe that sighting. I'm not seeing live. I'm not seeing anything about him live right now.
So guys, there's like a pretty large presence of law enforcement up the road.
Can you post that
He might
link?
be
I'm not
again in the
seeing that.
perimeter,
I'm
they just keep shifting it.
not seeing anything except from
At this
about an
point,
hour ago.
we have permission from the property owner to be on this land, unless obviously the police ask us to shelter. At that point, we will continue streaming, but from inside the car. But we're literally in the middle of it again, and that's something that we've been seeing for days now. Somehow we keep winding up unwittingly in the middle of it, and here we are on day 11 of the manhunt. I'm told additional resources are on their way, but this doesn't appear to be very
I'm
well
live, but
coordinated.
the footage is
A lot
from
of the units pulled out overnight
last night.
believing he was going to be in the car. Now,
Okay, perfect.
I'm not sure who exactly is in charge of the investigation. I know the state police are, but I'm saying I don't know
Rode a
if
camel?
it's the
I
lieutenant
don't
colonel
know.
who calls the shots.
He went from Brazil to Puerto Rico, then from Puerto Rico to New York.
Yeah, we literally went back, got to bed by around 7 a.m. Woke up at 4,
Okay.
and here we are. Not too far from where Hong is, so it worked out kind of good as far as timing. And there was no activity all day other
Good
than
question.
finding the van and stuff like that, which wasn't too far from here.
That's what I've been hearing, that she was also illegally there.
But right here, through these tree lines, that is where the police, they're gearing up, getting ready to move in. But what I'm told from multiple law enforcement sources that have been in the woods is that when they're walking in these fields, whether it's corn or other fields, what he can do is lay down and they'll walk right past him if he doesn't make a sound. It's almost impossible
This
to
sure
find him
shows
without
why law
chopping down
enforcement of immigration laws are so important.
the
We
fields.
cannot continue with a willy-nilly attitude. I had
So
no
right now we are
idea his
where
mode of
exactly
travel,
can you
only
find
the
out?
route has been reported.
We're on Conestoga Road and
99%
Templin Road.
are here
So
illegally, but that doesn't
here's
stop them from
where
getting
we are,
benefits.
and here's where the search is believed to be, which isn't
Spidey boy.
too far from us. It's actually rather close, as close I believe we can
Right?
get right now safely. And we're going to wait here in case anything develops in the next,
Behave, Danelo.
I don't know, hour.
Could be on a 10-speed bicycle, just slowly rolling his way out back. Yeah, some people were talking about this microchip idea yesterday. I don't think it's such a bad idea.
So we just
You
heard
give
the
up any
air horn.
rights
Listen
when
how
you
quiet it
delete.
is. Despite the police activity, it's very quiet.
The footage is from last night. The feed is live. What video would you like to see? No, it's not. It's a troll.
I don't know.
Zap.
I want to hold it and it's shaky.
Zap. Zap.
There's
Bzz.
nothing to see except
Oh, is that
a
right?
lot of locals parked up,
Gilbait.
waiting for an absolution to this intense manhunt that affected really the entire region. The perimeter is, it's easy to say it's about 25 miles at this point.
I don't know. You gotta ask the troopers to stay safe. Yeah, stay safe, lock up.
I want him to play hide and seek with Sarah Boone. Oh, you know, Melissa, there's probably a whole pile of them out there. It's what they do. Mods will do their thing. I thought the sister was caught on CCTV with him at the garage. He would have got gas if that's the case. So must have had a car sorted for pickup. Enjoy, Cassie. I think you could be in the trees when they're looking around. I do. Up the trees. Just my opinion. Just watching them play
Sorry, guys,
Spider-Man.
we're literally waiting for any
Moonwalk up the
updates.
wall there. That's what I heard, and it was not a lot of money. He deleted his friend in Brazil because of some kind of debt.
No,
When
we're
he
not in
fled the
Amish area.
city, his name wasn't registered in the National Data Bank.
It's
So he was
the
able to
connection
cross country without any
right now.
problem. Okay, then. Yes, that's what I see in my mind. Swinging from the trees like Tarzan.
Recap is that
Good, 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 good.
there's a new perimeter that has been set, and we are in the middle of it. Right.
No, he's
really
not
in the-
live.
By Conestoga Road and
Yeah,
Lynn
deleted.
Hollow, I believe it
We
is.
have to talk
Road.
YouTube talk here. Deleted.
Now, I'm used to the Pocopson
is the word
area. I know the
we
names
use.
there now rather well. I have to get used to this
Spider-Man,
area now.
Spider-Man
bear with
does
us.
everything a spider can. Spins a web in his eyes, swings from trees, and evades police.
Yeah, it's not as dense. At least here it isn't.
Hello.
But that's not the problem, though. It's also the corn that runs into turns into an issue for law enforcement.
Hi, Shauna. Yeah, she's still there. Again, the
we're just
vehicle, if
hanging
he
out,
hasn't already,
waiting.
I think already has, and not in that area. He was gone by the time they started looking.
We don't know
again.
if he's in the cornfield, but that's an issue. The cornfields are an issue, and it's rather nice out. So it's not like hot; it's kind of cool. He's got a hoodie on, so this is
Yes.
perfect hoodie weather.
Oh, that's well said. If he was running through those fields, he'd be snapping corn stalks and trampling soybeans and vegetation. You would see that from the sky. Well said.
Yeah, they really pulled out a lot of resources. You guys, I told you guys a couple of days ago that they were pulling out federal resources because the state police said that they were certain that he was at Longwood and they didn't need additional assistance. So a lot of units pulled out, and apparently they do need assistance. Now they're calling for assistance. I'm not sure who's responding.
I better check my sugar gliders.
Yeah, you guys can. I'll do that again.
Okay, and still nothing that I'm seeing from Jonathan Lee.
All right, guys, we're gonna get in the car.
They were running into bad weather last
We're gonna
night
get in the
for a
car
while.
for a second. Let's just put that underneath the bed, like that. Oh, the tailgate. Oh shit, the windows. Oh, sorry for cursing. So again, it's starting to pour. Let's see what we got. You can just leave it like that.
Well said, Tracy. Probably already built a 3-bed tree house.
Sorry. Yeah. Gonna start the car. Let me put the Wi-Fi on so that way we have the best service, at least, that we can get.
Yeah, they still seem to think he's in the area. So we'll check it out here for a while. And if nothing happens, we will I'll end the stream and keep my eyes peeled again.
But look, literally,
I agree,
neighbors are out.
Tracy.
This resident is ready. The one whose property we're on was banking that the guy comes. Everybody in this area is kind of, obviously they're anxious and afraid, but they want this over with, according to what a lot of them are saying as they come up to us. Yeah, he does. He has an umbrella, apparently. Isn't that something? No, I wasn't at the press conference. I was asleep. I thought I was waking up at like, when I woke up, I thought it was 11, and then I saw the 3:55, so I jumped up. I missed everything that, not really anything, honestly, except them finding the van. I think that's the only thing we really missed, and the sister's arrest. But we were there for the main part, which was breaching the perimeter, rather vastly breaching the perimeter. It wasn't like a small breach. Nothing new other than this. We're hanging out, waiting. What I need to do is get a little something to hold the phone in the car. I'm not really like, I don't stream stuff. I was planning for this to be like a one and done kind of shindig. But we'll see if this is a one and done. Imagine if he popped out and asked us for a ride. I mean, at this point, anything is this guy's good at avoiding areas that are public, or I mean, with the public standing around, which honestly wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, I'm not suggesting it, but I'm saying, like, in general, anywhere where the public was like standing around as their own perimeter, he would avoid, obviously. So if they need manpower, they should grab more manpower from the public. I mean, I'm sure if they asked for the public's assistance, they would come out and force much quicker than pooling in resources. But the public isn't law enforcement, and that's dangerous. So don't try to apprehend the guy if you see him. No updates. And a lot of law enforcement, they're kind of left in the dark on this, although they're involved in the manhunt. We heard about the miscommunication that's going on and the different channels that they're using, and really the bizarre coordination. And coordination isn't done by the boots on the ground. Like, troopers themselves and local police aren't going to coordinate with themselves, although they in some way did start their own communication channels, in essence, to try to alleviate the miscommunication. But they can't really, they're not to blame at all, the officers. It's those who call the shots who were confident, because I know a lot of troopers involved in the situation, and marshals, and those in the tactical teams, and FBI agents who were certain that he wasn't in those Longwoods anymore, in the Longwood Gardens. But the top dogs they kept saying he's there, and that's where the focus is going to stay. So you can't blame law enforcement per se. It's really those in charge. What time were we at the Wawa? 1 a.m. So here come tactical teams right here, guys. These are tactical teams right here pulling up in these white pickup. Homeland, Border Patrol just pulled up too. So we've got Border Patrol, and we have 2 tactical or 3 tactical trucks that just drove by, like utility van or trucks.
No, not yet. No boots on the ground. So this is
another
from Nick the
tactical
Hat
truck right here, and there's another
last
Border
night.
Patrol truck. Okay, so they're really descending on this area. So we have 2 Border Patrol trucks. We have a lot of activity here, and the officers that cleared that were, I believe, they were instructed by the state police command center that you're going to receive tips around the country or around the state. We're getting them around the world. Don't worry, he's in these woods. So law enforcement obviously sent that photo to the command center and said, guys, again, we're pretty sure this is him. And they used facial
What
recognition.
town is that right now?
There you go. You know, the rest is gone.
Moeller Road.
Homeland just pulled up. I mean, Border Patrol, but that's part of Homeland Security. They just arrived with well, on this side at least, with 2 cars, a Suburban and an Explorer. Then you had about 4 tactical trucks that came with them. So I wonder if that's the BORTAC unit. Yeah, Border Patrol. Now, this is interesting. I mean, we've been seeing them a few times, but we saw them last night, and it's funny how they have those vehicles around here.
Yeah, they're definitely chasing their tail. Trying to figure out where Mower Road is. That still in the same township? Let today be the day.
And guys, again, I'm being told
Silly kids,
from
rabbit tricks.
law
or
enforcement sources that
silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
they were going to be doing a massive push today. So what you guys saw yesterday, that activity at Longwood Gardens, they were so confident that they said, all right, guys, go get your rest. And tomorrow
I don't
we're going to
know
all
that they
gather here,
did.
over 200 troopers, and push the woods and get this guy. And then the rest is history because he left the region and it was confirmed. So that just shows you guys how even the troopers, they just take marching orders. They have to. That's their job. They can't go around and say, well, we're going to do this or that. But they were told to zero in on that location, and they did. And they were going to do a push today, but
Yeah, there was 400
we're here
officers
instead.
originally.
What's interesting is the presence is nowhere near what it was
I
at
do think
Longwood,
that's a
although we're talking
possibility
about
in
the
my
same
mind.
dangerous fugitive on the run. That's a little weird. They had easily several hundred state police vehicles surrounding Longwoods, and I have a photo. I might be able to put it up. I'm gonna have to ask first. But when you get here, it looks like a little car accident scene or something. Like the road closure is rather small.
Good question. Are they covering this on Brazilian TV? A food truck vendor he deleted. A friend of his in
So
Brazil
there's
in
actually
front of his.
here's something interesting too that I learned. So
Yeah,
I guess I
in
do have
front
some
of
stuff. Let me start taking
everybody.
some notes because everything I'm telling you guys is kind of new. The police were actually searching churches around the area too that were unlocked because now they think that he could have been utilizing them because they usually leave them unlocked. So they were going around looking at any and making entries to churches that were open and clearing them, which is interesting. That means that adds another element to his route. You know, it's not just creeks or bodies of water or train tracks. It's also churches, areas that a safe haven, you know, and that's where he would go.
Welcome, Hawaii. Good to see you.
They believe to stay undetected. Because who
Kalua,
would really
Kanoa?
imagine
Kana?
that?
Kalua? Kailua? Kona? They think he's not in Phoenixville anymore. I think they are waiting for their next big clue to break. Yep. Right, Chopper? If we need people to flag down cars, I would ask for some public volunteers to take over that side of things. Is that Doug from Southport, Newport? I used to love watching him during the laundry case.
Scanner, they're saying. Let me check.
Still at 20,000. They're not bumping it up, and I think they really should think about it. They got to make it worth their while. Yeah, they knew where to find the sister, didn't they, Anthony? Yeah, he's been bouncing around all over the place. Yeah, miscommunication is what law enforcement specializes in. Is it Doug Live that I... Okay, so it is the right Doug. Oh, I've always loved him. I liked I thought he had some class. Yeah, we all basically reported on that guy attacking Doug. Like, are you kidding me already? Are you serious? And he ended up hurting him bad. Didn't he end up having to have some
Somebody just
surgeries?
mentioned,
And
so you know that
yeah, yeah, it was disgusting.
Marsh Creek makes Longwood Gardens look like White Castle when it comes to the property. It has lakes that lead to the river. I mean, they have kayaks that are out. They have boats. So it's not unrealistic that he can hop on one of those, make it a few miles up the road or up the river, like out of the area again, and poof. You know, so if they couldn't secure Longwood Gardens, they will not be able to go around Marsh Creek compared to
Exactly.
that. There aren't roads that really run, which is actually good for him because the roads aren't, there's really only one road into Marsh Creek. And at Longwood, you have countless points of entry. But there, you only have one point of entry and a million points out. You can go by water. You can go through the forest. You can follow a creek. You can follow a trail. You can follow, literally, you could go for miles.
Brandon, we are live, but this is Nick's
And I'm
Nick
told
the
that
Hat.
they are
from last
moving
night.
in with something. They have something. They don't have him, but they have. Wow. Okay. So basically, they are, and this isn't coming from the guys that the state police top dogs. You know, the people that we talk to are really boots on the ground, and they are here to experience it. They are great at their work, and they really only text like 1 or 2 word.
I'll never forget him finding
memos
that
here and
guy
there,
in that
but
rundown
they
place.
seem to have good information.
He had, I don't know, what was it? Heat, or I can't remember what he was using out in that bush. And here
Of
it
his
was some other
whereabouts,
criminal
right
hiding.
now. And that's
Like,
coming
it was
from
like,
federal
oh
law
my
enforcement.
God.
So I'm assuming so that Homeland, they're federal, obviously, and the Border Patrol, but Central Police Dispatch. But there's nothing. Oh, here we. Okay, we have a little bit of activity on the radio. Sorry. Well, the service here is not that great, but
I think they might have been there last night briefly, but I'm not positive. I was told it's $1 million a day to fund this search.
sorry, connecting to the Wi-Fi on the other phone.
I think that is the immigration center. Immigration. Has anybody got a good breakdown?
Having trouble getting the radio to work.
I bet they are. I bet they are scratching their heads.
And like I said, guys, be ready for them to have. Hold on. The scanner is not working.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement going on, and I'm hearing. So I'm getting text messages from neighbors that are saying that they hear
Okay, let's see here. So is it St. John's Circle? Did that freeze up? Sorry, I'm just going to see.
something to the effect of surrender, like that's what she's hearing, and dog.
Okay, found it, I do believe.
Surrounding a specific area of the woods, nearby a specific tree. Like the dogs are surrounding a tree, and she's hearing surrender.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure.
That was debunked.
I mean, she did send me her location, and it's exactly in that area.
This is live. But the video is from last night.
I'm not sure though, guys. So
cops are
it seems very
reactionary.
reliable, but in today's day and age, today's day of age, you just never know. So let me figure out
I found this.
what's up.
Thank you, Jennifer. I'm live, but this feed is from last night. The video is from last night. There's really nothing going on at the moment. So we are looking for updates. And in the meantime, we are watching Nick the Hat.
And there's also activity in another area from here. Is this considered? Let me see if this is considered that area. Who's local? Is this the Spring City area? Just out of curiosity.
No problem. Yeah, that was quite the mess, wasn't it,
So
Tracy?
there's activity
The
there as
Longwood
well.
Fiasco. They scaled back half of the officers.
Because
They were
they have
so
something
sure
going on
he
there.
was there.
So that could
What a
be in
mess.
relation to, okay, I'm not going to. So there's activity there that is related to the manhunt.
That's what I've heard.
Very related to the manhunt in Spring City. So guys, maybe if you're from Spring City, let me know if you see any activity.
Some sweet overtime checks paid out next paycheck, I bet. Christmas
No,
at all
it's
the
not
cops out
about
will be the best
that. I'm
ever.
saying like they have
Not just socks and underwear this year, kids.
essentially, like I remember I said earlier how they've already arrested one individual and they have plans to arrest another, or they might have already arrested another. So
Snuckin'.
they believe that there are more. I mean, from what I understand, law enforcement believes that there are more than one. There's more than one person helping this guy. It wasn't just one person. Yeah, there's yeah. When I say that's, I'm not sure if that means that they have an accomplice in the area, or I'm not sure if they mean that maybe they know he's watching, so they're, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that, so it's a little premature, so I'm going to wait. But there is a presence in Spring City. No, I'm talking about right now. There's activity in Spring City, not from earlier. Mia Mal's cool, and Grizzly. I'm waiting for some answers. You can't underestimate this guy, guys. So don't think that for a second he's not watching. Everything's possible. Who thought that he can get a car, leave a perimeter like that, get a car, drive off, make it here, change his appearance. He's drinking something. He has what, Clorox or something in his hand. So there's no underestimating this guy. He knows what he's doing. This isn't his first rodeo. Like this, he's done. Like he's good at what he does.
Well put.
We have one back at the place.
No boots on the ground yet, guys.
Yeah, and we don't know. Obviously, if he has those items, I'm sure if he can get a car, he can get something that can be used as a weapon. This guy is not somebody that's. Just look at the photo of him, how creepy and demented he looks. You wouldn't want this guy coming around with a hammer or a knife or a hatchet. It's even an umbrella. Like you don't know what. Like this guy stabbed his girlfriend in every vital organ. Virtually every organ was taken out. This guy's violent. He's meticulous. He's going to become desperate. Now we know he wasn't desperate. He was 50 steps ahead, 48 minutes ahead of law enforcement.
That's the thing.
48
he had a
minutes.
Good jump.
So when you have that and you take that into account, you can't underestimate this guy. And
we really do,
yeah,
friend.
he's
Thank you for
scrawny,
understanding.
But he's a psychopath, and he has nothing to lose. You do have something to lose, your life. He already lost
I
his.
remember
He's going
that.
to prison for the rest of his. So he killed his girlfriend because she was going to turn him in. So obviously, if he gets into a house and he thinks you're going to turn him in or say he's going to
It gets my channel
put
in
yourself
trouble,
in their
Anthony, is
shoes,
what the
or his
problem
shoes, he's going to
is.
do the same thing. He supposedly loved this woman and he killed her. So if he doesn't know you, yeah, you basically, that's why people have to remain with their doors locked, vigilant.
What a great idea that
If you're
is.
in the immediate area and you don't have a weapon, maybe call a relative to pick you up. I wouldn't be.
I remember watching it. He
Nancy, but
really did.
I
Just
wouldn't
left
be
him on the
hanging
street.
out. That's to lose the scent of dogs, tracking dogs. Like they can't track that. No, I'm
When you say
texting.
fire department
Maybe
and you
they're
see
just
the
going through
amount
the
of
woods
police,
saying that. That's why I didn't want
etc.,
to Like, I'll tell you guys if it's a law enforcement source.
All
the
armed
Spring
and
City stuff is
ready
law
to go,
enforcement
he
source.
slipped through.
If it's from a resident, I'll tell you it's from a resident. That's why I like it when residents send me photographs too, so I can show you guys. Just like that one resident on Fairville, he said the FBI visited, and then when I showed you guys the photograph, that changed the chat completely because you saw the presence in his backyard, showing that they really believed he was there. So that's why I like to get. And again, if you guys send me photos or whatever, I don't. First, I ask if I can show it, and I never show your name.
So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It is a big help, that like button. I've got quite an extensive playlist on summer wells. I've got about 900 videos, lives in the playlist. So enjoy yourself. Go crazy. There's lots out there.
Yeah, I don't think we have the piece for it. But, oh, this one? Maybe here.
Michael Vaughn, Abby and Libby.
Where the hell did we get this? Sorry, I'm seeing if this little
I think he's gone.
tripod does any good. Give me a sec.
That's the thing. It's about $1 million a day they're saying for the search. And yeah, a $20,000 reward. I don't understand it.
Aerial Vargas, Hispanic male, 56 years old, 5'8", and build, unknown clothing. He's currently in the backyard. He does not know that anyone has been called. It's unknown if he will be cooperative. My uncle until for honestly no key. Units might have to be disconnected. Before disconnecting, you could be hearing kind of yelling at someone in Spanish. I don't know if he was yelling at the male subject or somebody else. It's something called like that.
People yelling in Spanish. Thank you, Jackie. Well said, Chopper.
Realizing there can be a argument between the original caller and the ex-employee. Nothing's changed.
We're literally setting up a tripod in the car. This is gonna work.
Yeah, there's also those tunnels. I don't know much about them, though.
We could probably do that in the back.
Ex-employees now heading to vehicle Blackport Explorer under registration.
Well said, Kimberly. There should never be a set perimeter. Should just have stations set up everywhere, road checks, etc. I think he distracted them with the sightings just enough to get away. Well said. 100%. Chopper. That's a really good possibility. He sure doesn't want to go to the Hooskow. Perfect. Thank you for that epic salad. Hello, UK Wales. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find something out.
You know what? Neither have I. Not this close up and personal. It's just like, what the actual hell is going on here? That's the thing, Chopper. If they had fixed that hole in the building, this would have saved. Let's see here. This would not have happened. So they were cutting corners and stashing money in a Swiss bank account. Yeah. Where did that money go? A lot of people are asking. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Read Timmer, the storm chaser. Yeah, great to have you, Troll. Absolutely. In the word of gas station encounter, he gone.
But let me
Yeah. On Friday, a trooper told JLR that they were sure that they had the suspect surrounded and scaled down over 100. Whoa. Remember Vicky White and Casey White? That was something else. Oh my word. That ended up horribly for her. Police already said he's to surrender peacefully or force will be used when he is arrested. If I knew I was going to be live on TV, I would have worn a shirt and tie. There you go.
And that's why we need Hong.
My messages don't ever make it to the screen. I think it's the screen name.
Twitter, sucks.
Yeah, something is up with that, and I don't know why they would not have fixed that. I mean,
Sure
two guys in that short of time
here,
and they should have had the money for it. Yeah, it'll cost more than $1 million once they need the armor or the army. Nuckin. There you are.
Yeah, this is getting confusing. That's why I'm trying to find out if this is. So according to the scanner, there's suspicious activity on Schoolhouse Road back at Longwood Gardens. That's the scanner. So that's
okay. So it looks like JLR might be live. Let's go check him out.
Wanted to get the keys out of my car. Cavalcante's van was found right here. And I can tell you right now, there is still a police presence around this area. Matter of fact, right around the corner, the Nant Neal United Methodist Church, there is authorities over there. There were 7 vehicles and they were in military fatigues. There's troopers coming around here. They'll probably come around every minute someone is patrolling. They are still patrolling this area. But this is the area right here of where his van was found, just in the middle of nowhere. And I am told, and you can kind of see the tracks. Now, first off, this is the road, right? This is the road here. I want to show you. Rural road. The van, I'm told by authorities who told me, I was talking to troopers to come by and say hi. Troopers are out. The van was found right over here, around this corner. And you can see the tracks. I'm told there will be a 2 p.m. press conference today, by the way.
Another press conference. Okay.
The van came around this corner and was parked here. And you can see the tracks. Hopefully you can see it. Let me know if the reception gets bad as I go around this corner.
It's
And
beautiful
boom,
there.
right here. Right here. In sight of this little, looks like a little barn shed, outhouse, couple,
So this is now live
he
feed.
ditched it right here. Away from the road. But I'm told how they found it was GPS. They were able to find it out here.
Neither did the barefoot bandit. And look at that kid, how he went all over the place.
Where did he go from this point on? Someone here to help him? Did he have another ride? Did he venture off into the
That's
patches?
true.
Or come back up on the road?
A shapeshifter.
With an awaiting car. That's my car up there, but like with an awaiting car and jump in another vehicle. I'm not sure he's long gone because Pennsylvania State Police put out a tweet a little bit ago. If you go to their Twitter page, and they put out a tweet, and they said on this tweet, they could say anything. Anyone could say anything on the tweet. They said he remains out. He's out at large, but they specifically said Chester County residents, stay on the lookout. Pennsylvania didn't say, PSP didn't say Pennsylvania citizens. They didn't say Montgomery County citizens, Berks County. They specifically said Chester County residents. Be on the lookout. 34 years old.
34 he is. He looks 5.
Why did he ditch it here? In this location.
I'm not sure about that.
I can tell you that the locals are still in pickup trucks. I've talked to 3 of them. So kind. They said they like what I do.
Oh, my
They were
word.
here.
That's not uncommon, sadly. I avoid the drama.
Saying that they're out here. They're armed. They're all checking up on each other's families because their families live all in these hills, rolling hills, this area. Vast amount of land. It goes all the way to forever, but Elverson, a little bit. Now, I'm told this area by the locals, this is considered Glenmore, Pennsylvania. Glenmore, Pennsylvania. Glenmore. East Nantmeal Township, Glenmore, Pennsylvania. I know before I've said Ludwig's Corner. It's near Ludwig's Corner, but it's actually, the address is Glenmore. Right across the street. Corn. As we see, TSP still patrolling. Still patrolling. They're out and about. They come around every few minutes. Here's another one. That is local police.
That's the thing. No one knows where he is, and I'm imagining they've got to be terrified. I would be.
Quiet.
I just want him locked up, back to the Hooskow.
Why pick this area? Out of all the areas.
Exactly.
Why pick this area? Everyone is on high alert.
So it sounds like they're still in
people say go to the
same
golf
area.
course.
Chester County.
He could be hunkered down in a
possibly.
Shed.
Fair enough.
Waterway.
Criminals in Brazil don't think
I'm
like
told
Americans.
like right down around here is something called the Beaver Creek.
The police is thinking inside the box. Brazilian
north, south,
police
I
know how
believe.
to catch these guys.
I'll live stream. We'll play the press conference while I'm out here. We'll see what they do, how they mobilize, if they mobilize to a new location. They must have some information. If they're giving a press conference, maybe they can release some information. But at this time,
whoa,
I think they just don't know where he's at because there is patrols still going on around here. It's kind of similar to what happened down there in Longwood when they realized he did escape their perimeter and head to Phoenixville.
No, I
Once
didn't.
that happened, the perimeter
Sadly.
in the area around Longwood was gone and there was no more police activity. The police activity is still going on around here. And I'm telling you, right over there at the church, there's military fatigues right now.
I don't really think they want people hunting, not in the perimeter, because so many things could
Multiple
happen.
vehicles and military fatigues. Pet stop. Here's another trooper. Troopers are still out. Like I said, or not trooper. Yep, local police, sheriff.
Wow.
Chester County Sheriff. Sheriffs are still out. I would say every 2 minutes, a sheriff or a PSP passes this road.
Yeah, we did. We do talk about all of them.
Civilians around here are all looking out for each other. I don't see why you couldn't be out here. I mean, everyone has property. I'm not sure if they just want regular civilians walking around on other people's property like that. They're on high alert out here, folks.
Oh, followed Alex Murdaugh all the way through. You betcha.
So, and also, you know, one theory.
I don't know.
I was talking to
think you're
James.
probably
He had a
right
pickup
about
truck.
the Richard
I
Allen
was
thing.
sitting out
friend.
here talking to him on the road.
And we're happy to
before I went
have
live.
you
And
join
James
us.
is
Let
like,
me tell you, friend.
dude
Welcome.
who came out here and offed himself somewhere. I mean, you know what off yourself means. We never, you know, that's people off themselves for a lot of reasons. We, shouldn't do that. People suffering, but for him, if you can almost say, when this one particular case, him offing himself might be a good thing. Some people might say, who cares? Good riddance, whatever. But they're saying that he could have offed himself somewhere out here, like they knew that it's over for him and his body could be found somewhere out here. Do you believe that? Or do you think he's going to try to live as long as possible? Nothing to lose, folks. Remember, got nothing to lose. This is not a...
Yeah. We are live
It's
right
not
now.
a,
This feed is live.
Well, I have my chance at freedom one day. If he's caught and goes to the Pennsylvania State Prison
This
system,
one is live.
they will most likely never let him in general population. He's a survivalist.
Nope. This is live.
The question is, how did he manage to get away from that perimeter that authorities had secured, or they thought they had secured?
Oh, we've got awesome chat. Best people ever. Yo.
Yesterday, lots of rain came through, thunderstorms. Temperatures actually increased for the last couple of days. The last prior days, it was cooler, maybe more
If you're
seasonable.
new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumb.
I just saw that lady there, older lady driving around with her window down. I don't know. In this particular case, it should be wise for residents to drive around with their windows down.
Good morning, Mystic. Good to see you. Oh, let's hope he gets found soon. So this is live feed.
So the scanner has been having all kinds of things. Earlier today on the scanner, they were saying something at Schuylkill Elementary School, which ended up being nothing. Yeah, this
Good
is
morning,
Glenmore.
Mom. Good morning.
Glenmore, Pennsylvania, folks. Now, I have the locations where his sister lived in Phoenixville. I have those addresses. I think what I'm going to do is head
Check
over
out
there
Mind of
in that
Monsters.
area in a bit.
She is in the description.
If anyone wants to
Great
talk
channel.
and that's
Great
watching,
channel.
that knows them, let's talk. You guys want to set the record straight and you guys want to share, I'll be in that area. Get a hold of me, JLR at JLR Investigates. We want to know, did his sister play a role in this at L? The authorities did not elaborate on that.
Yeah, they
Did
put
his
extra
sister
wire
help,
around
aid, assist
prison,
him,
but
provide
that
him
was about all they did, sadly.
anything? Money, clothes, wallet,
Good
gas
morning,
money,
Perry.
gas, tools, cell phone. PSP wouldn't elaborate. She was taken into custody by ICE.
That's
other
the
family
thing.
members
This
does he have
is costing a lot.
that we don't know about? Does he have more family members? Friends, associates? I heard gang affiliation. Is there gang affiliation with him? People from out of state helping him? Remember the last time he was after he brutally MURDER'd his girlfriend,
Yeah.
or ex-girlfriend.
Just unreal.
He was trying to flee. He actually did flee to Virginia. But two of his people, friends, helped him. And was granted immunity by prosecution.
Yeah.
Could we get into the same situation where another friend or associate helped him?
Absolutely. In my world.
In any way? From this location, this is the last location he was at. This is, that we know about. This is the last location. And the authority said they're confident that he was driving in that van. So this is the last location right here, folks. Where did he go from here? Did he go north? Did he go south? Did he come up here, ditch the car, ditch the van, which was right over there, come up here, go south?
Thanks for checking
go
in,
north?
friend. Good to see you. Have a
Did he
great
go east
day.
through the cornfields? Or did he go west? Did he go in any of those directions? How are you? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, let me put the camera over here. She's going to ask me, a local's going to ask me a question. She said she don't want to be on camera. So let me get some information. Stay with me. Maybe she'll have something for me. So I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, what do you got?
Good morning, Seth. I hope you're doing great. Nice to meet you. Melissa says, hey, Seth. Shauna, hi, Seth. Mexi said, Seth. Anthony says, hi, Seth. And Cassie Shakespeare says, hey, Seth. Well, you got a fan club here. You have a great day, Seth. Yeah, the Barefoot Bandit, wasn't that something? Oh, my word. Hello from
All right,
Cape
so a
Town,
local
South
resident just
Africa. Welcome, friend.
Talk to me out. Nothing new. Thinks he's in the trees. A local resident thinks he is in the trees still. She's saying there's still a police presence around here. Their authorities are still around here at different locations. Not sure if he's here. It's not like a perimeter like they had before.
Good
down
job.
there
Thanks,
at
Mystic.
Longwood, but there is a police presence. When I'm done this video, I will put out.
Where I'm at, it's
The
9:30 right now.
Military type people that I saw over there at the church. I'll put that out.
No
So
problem.
see.
That's great.
And I'll
Happy
keep
to
you
make them
informed
happy.
on what's going on out here. I am on standby. We'll talk soon, everyone. Out here in the fields of Chester County, for people who are just jumping on, before I go, that vehicle, not his vehicle, the stolen vehicle, the stolen van was found right there. And at the beginning of this video, I take you down and show you the terrain around here. So I'm out in the field. We'll talk soon. I'll be back in a bit. JLR Investigate.
So let's see here. I'm going to do this. We're going to look at Nick the Hat for a few minutes, continue on with that. And I'm going to see what else we've got for up-to-date information in the meanwhile. So Nick the Hat, great guy.
Extreme area
Check him
of
out.
interest, but that's about it. You know, always remain vigilant, whether there's a murderer out or not. But let's see if anything happens here. Can you plug yours in your phone so I can plug in without calling? Yeah, guys. All right. I'm being actually told that. So there's units ready.
Just so everyone knows,
Not
this
just
is
here.
from last night.
So, you know how we were saying that they had such a massive presence at Longwood Gardens, and then you look at this and there's not much of a presence. So that's because a lot of federal agencies are actually scattered around everywhere, miles apart, with teams ready in areas of interest. So they've really cornered him in as far
Hey
as
there, friend. Welcome.
where he can go. And it's not just here. They have areas of interest in the Longwood area, areas of interest in Phoenixville, areas of interest throughout Chester County and other counties that are currently they're waiting for.
It was a really wet night last night out there, so a lot of
Yeah, so
the
we have
feeds are
activity not just
pixelated.
here, but in various parts of Chester County going on right now where they are hoping he makes a move. And at this point, they are being a little more careful, given the fact that they've been careful from the beginning. They wouldn't talk about accomplices, but at this point, it's rather clear about the accomplices, and it's not one. That's a fact. So at this point, I'm trying to get another location that we can hit because I think there's another area of interest that we could probably move up to that sign. Oh, move up to the sign. Watch it, Steve. Stop it, Steve. I'm straight underneath. That's why it's up here. Back up a little bit. So we're just gonna get a little closer.
I'm not too sure why they stayed here last night. They just must have really thought they had him. I'm not sure. I seen that. So happy. I started keeping track of that a bit last night. Well, I guess yesterday. Yeah, it seems to be working out for him. They had that sighting yesterday of someone, they said, allegedly darted across the road with the black hoodie on up over their head. So they went in all guns loaded. They went in. Yeah, definitely a predator. Oh, that could be too cocky. Yeah. Yeah. And there are some people that do get out there with their drones, but the weather isn't the best for that. Yeah, he's in Philly by now. Knows many border crossing countries, nationality. In 2006, when I was in DHS project, the biggest number of crossings was from Brazil due to a soap opera in the country. Oh, okay. Prison system and police, once the guy is caught alive or deleted, have so many questions to answer all the way through this. It's scratching of heads and no idea. Here's the link to Discord. Jump on if you guys are interested about all true crime, because there is a bunch of cases in there. Oh, bunch of cases in there that you can add to, or if you are a content creator, feel free to use any of the information that's in there. Same thing with my stream. I'm not overprotective. I just want the word out. So feel free. Anybody is welcome to use the stream. Just throw in where it comes from and go for it. The idea is to make awareness. It's not about clicks and views. It's awareness. The environment screamed Danelo. That's crazy. He planned to stay there, so if the police found out about the deleting in Brazil, he could run into the woods maybe. Very possible. Very possible. Thank you very much for the $4.99. I appreciate you. And you're very welcome. We're not into muting and deleting. All we ask is everyone is respectful. Past that, we're good. Happy to have you here, Liz.
Sorry, guys, I took a quick call, and an officer.
I don't know. Good question, though, Tracy.
Yeah, we're just waiting, and he said, "Yeah, you're not in our way, so you're good here." And I'm seeing one sec. Let me get the timestamp. Yeah, I know. We're moving too. So we're hearing. Hold
on. Have you checked elementary schools nearby? He might be sitting in a class learning English. I'm going to check and see if there's anything else out there that you might be interested in.
Street for suspicious condition and possible fighting of the enemy. 2 to 3 minute time delay. So a white male, 20s or 30s, 5'2", wearing a black hoodie and gray pants, and black baseball cap, and no direction of travel. 1736, the area of 922 South Hanover Street.
What street is that, guys? Hanover? Let me see how far that is.
Nick the Hat, everybody.
me send that to law enforcement too to see if they're there.
He is in the description as well as running across the bottom on the banner.
All right, that's not that far, so we're gonna head there. Hold on, let me put it on normal maps actually.
I'm live. And this is last night from Nick the Hat. There is no updates right now, so we're looking at last night's hunt. Welcome, Carrie. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Whoa.
All right, give me a sec. Oh, we're good.
Yes, we need to get the drones out.
Yeah.
I'm in Canada, so I cannot get to these places or I'd be all over it.
And also,
I don't think so. It's probably the fact that these guys, this is Nick the Hat, this isn't JLR, but they're the only ones that are out there putting stuff out right now. So I think they're probably answering the same questions as we've all
you guys can see
got,
how many officers are here.
or what he's getting sent to him. I'm not sure how that works.
26127, 2904 Norris Court, 2904 Norris Court for burglary. They were told the RP that two women broke into the state.
Well, that seems like an awesome job, Liz.
They have a white pickup on a nigger model.
No, we're good. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything for Seth.
You guys can see the presence.
10 to 10 here right now.
And like I was just saying a few minutes ago, we go right.
Oh, welcome, Tracy.
That
isn't the chat great? Enjoy, friend.
Make
Enjoy.
right. Yeah, I mean they're not stopping us. I was told that this is just an area of interest. I'm gonna take it off of here so you can see. It should be good. So we're going to another area of interest. And like I said, these guys are here in various agencies. I told you earlier that they're at a lot of different
Nick right now.
Locations right now.
This is from
And
last night.
They're not necessarily saying that he's in this specific area right now, which is why we're going to also go to the next area that's not too far away and see what the activity is there. Now, keep in mind, when somebody like this has an accomplice, information is very limited, and now it's getting extremely limited. Not information that's being shared with me, it's not, but I'm not going to disclose everything I've
Welcome,
received.
Vermont. Good to see you.
Make sure you put your time on. We're not going to park here. All right. So we're just letting the state police get by. They know what they're doing at this point. So guys, you see the presence, but it's not because
Australia
this is
says hello to
an
Christina.
abundance of caution. And I've been using that a lot lately, and we've been rather correct. Longwood Gardens was just bungled, but not by like our coverage. I'm not saying it was bungled. Like we covered it exactly as it was happening and not hyping it up. And we're not going to hype this location up either, because this is not necessarily a push. Okay.
Are you talking about the one that was around his waist? Because when he first got out, he seemed to have towels wrapped around his waist, and we're thinking
Well, we're
maybe
heading
that
to
was to help him
Hanover,
get
which is
through
another
the
area
barbed wire. And then,
that
I don't know, a little
I'm
while
being
later,
told
he ended up
has
having
activity.
a duffel bag and a
But we're not
knapsack
here to hype
or a
anything, so
backpack.
we use that rather lightly, you know. So when we're telling you guys that this is, I think it was what 30 minutes ago that we said, all right, so we're learning that this is procedural, and you guys saw within what 15 minutes they roadblock, they got what they had to do and they did it, and now they're just
Welcome,
waiting.
welcome.
I know it's rather difficult to see. I want to put the defrost on so you don't flip one of these. We're gonna hit this on for a second.
He probably won't find out for a while. I imagine they're going to throw them in the hole. Find out next year sometime what they think of his activities.
Where are they gonna, do they want us to go first? And you can see we're trying to make sure we're out of the way if they come through.
This is Nick the Hat from last night. I'm live,
open.
but there are
we wanted
no
to show
boots
you
on the
guys
ground
the
right
little,
now.
area.
So we are looking at this until some updates come up. Really? I haven't
No,
heard that.
it's
I
not
got
the
my
cops going
scanner
to business getting
going.
out. It's not.
Let me know
They
if you
do
guys
want
hear
people to know
something.
this kind of stuff. That's why a lot of them. It's not one source. It's not two. It's about let them come by first. It's not one source. It's not two. It's several sources. I don't know if they want to speak to that guy, but essentially they all want the no, they're not leaving. They want certain stuff to come out because they believe it's important for public interest. And if you wait for a press conference, by the time that's held, you saw how late that was compared to when we told you guys that he's in your community now, and we were able to relay that message in real time rather than a 24-hour mention, you know. Yeah, so they're doing reliefs. So as soon as they pass us, we're gonna go around.
I know, right, friend? I know.
Stay safe. But
Yeah, they did.
It's only about 10 minutes out. It's only adding time because of the little. We have to pull over here and there to let the guys go by and the girls, like this one.
No wonder they can't find Bigfoot.
These guys are ready to rumble in the event Cavalcante pops out, but this is the media. This is not where we're going. We're going to make a little left. You guys can see everybody's starting to get here. Came from the PFE tip line. No, it's not that they're clueless. It's they're now aware of.
I sure hope so, friend.
Essentially, this is good that we're seeing this. You want this kind of activity because who imagined that he would be 48 minutes away? At this point, you want to make sure that the guy is out of the way, and they want to keep every corner they have.
I think that's why they're trying to keep people chasing the almighty dollar out of the search areas.
On location tonight when we visit it, I don't know where yet, but
Oh,
I'm confident that
welcome,
we're going to see the same
welcome.
presence
Where
somewhere else.
in? Can you give me something close to you?
Exactly.
What's something close?
And that's, we know why they're there.
Florida.
We're also using our common sense so that we don't say too much, given the fact that this guy has so we're not going to have anything up over here.
Illinois.
This is just a
Nice.
procedure,
Yeah.
and good that they're going to see here,
9:55.
because he was seen in the area. It's not that he wasn't, but for this guy is very. A 10-minute drive isn't that far, and neither is a 30-minute drive. So it's important to remember.
Yeah, we try to keep it simple,
No,
keep
he
it
didn't-
friendly, keep it respectful.
Well, yeah, he got away technically. I mean, he's been getting away until they capture him. But this time
1:48
they have a lot of
a.m.
areas
in
surrounded,
Queensland,
and there's also,
Australia.
like, in Spring City, we're
Whoa.
talking many locations that have the same sort of.
We're Tuesday morning or Monday morning, 9:55 a.m. Some other
should
cats
be
are
on
so
Wi-Fi.
rude to each other,
We only
and
have
it
one
doesn't make it
bar
fun
here,
to be
just so you
there.
guys know, on
Yeah,
Wi-Fi, too.
no, we
Now we're
try
back
to
and
be as
forth. It's
drama
like it
free
goes
as
from
we can
having,
here. We don't like the drama.
We're going to stop at Hanover. That's not too far. And then we're going to hit other
I
calls,
do
'cause
hope
right
these
now
brave
anything's
guys
possible.
are
So if you
safe
live
out
in the
there
area
for all of us.
and
Well
you see
said,
something,
Carrie.
not even in the area, okay, because now he has a car. So if you live within driving distance and you see something suspicious, call the police. Whether you live in Delaware County, Montgomery County, Bucks County, Chester County is a very high, anywhere in Chester County whatsoever. That's a very, very important county. Yeah, we are. We're moving. Because
It's amazing on your channel
able to
how
go very
worldwide this
far
has gotten. Absolutely, Tracy. It has blown me away. This is absolutely an international topic.
Again, no, guys, slow down. He has access.
I don't get fact checked often, but that spell check goes off on me all the
They do
time.
believe he has help from the inside at this point, which is why they are being more limited. He had a van overnight.
Oh, to wrap them
that he
around
stole
his
to
wrist.
get
That
to
makes
this area,
sense,
but
Mystic.
He has connections, and like we said early on in this entire days before, we said to you guys at the beginning that he has ties to the community. He does have people in the community, not necessarily family. We didn't want to say too much because it was we didn't want to invade privacy of the family, of course, until they get charged. Now that's a little
Really,
different.
Tracy?
But
A guy in London, an inmate, was attacked in prison. Something associated with him and his escape.
He has connections.
Nothing would surprise me. Send in the army. The police said something about YouTubers. It's either the new YouTubers or the mainstream media. There's always something being complained about. But right now, oh, you're not far from me, Mystic Angel. I was raised in that city.
They had an area surrounded, so that was from a neighbor. Again, that's why I
Yeah,
make
so
it
as
clear
far
if
as
it's
the
from a neighbor or
YouTubers
from law
and what have
enforcement.
you, I just
The
don't pay
multiple
attention to
positions
it
are from
because
law
I've never
enforcement,
seen anybody. Well, that's not
and
true.
the federal assistance.
Nobody
that I'm
with this
receiving information
particular
about is from law
situation
enforcement,
is
but
bouncing all over the place
when I
with
get
their
information
blow
from a
horns.
resident, I tell you guys it's from a resident, not from law enforcement. And then even
Hello from
dispatches, you have to be a little
Montana.
careful
I love
about, because
Montana.
the terminology is very important. Sounded like gunshots. A resident said they heard a boom, or an officer saying shots fired is a different.
The van was only a decoy to give them time to get away.
Situation.
That's very, very
The shots
likely.
fired calls come in when kids put off fireworks.
At Chopper, this is the thing that's
No, they
bothering
wanted
me.
to.
At least they are
Federal
looking here.
assets
They will
wanted
just
to.
let him go,
But the
sadly.
state police
Oh,
is in charge, and the
no.
state police said that he was at Longwood Gardens. At least
That's
lead
right.
officer in that, the lieutenant.
Yeah. And then we had that one YouTuber that was like actually making fake footage and putting it out. Oh my word. He messed a lot of things up. Check system. Check the sister's makeup bag. I think he'd fit.
Sorry, I'm texting. Find out something, but Yeah, like we're not gonna share. We're not gonna
Yeah,
dive into.
well said. Or horses again.
They cleared that. Well, oh, is that what we're not going to shoreline. I don't think. No, we're not going to shoreline.
Brotherhood, life and death code, man belongs to gangs. Oath means in need of help in any form
I'm
of
sharing
assist.
stuff.
Fake
I'm
reports,
sharing
van dumps by
necessary
comrades
stuff,
for
but
diversion
certain stuff
as he has taken opposite
I'm not,
direction.
because
Gone.
they're confident that they can try to get this guy much easier when he has some resources. I say that because resources tend to turn on you
Harvest any
when
cornfields.
they're threatened with 15 years imprisonment. So the federal government obviously stepped up their game in this.
We're going to have a press conference here. I
They
can't
had
remember
no
what time
say.
they
It's
said. I'll have to
Pennsylvania
double
State
check,
Police's
but there's a press
jurisdiction.
conference.
It's not a
Other than
federal
that,
case unless he crosses state lines, which he hasn't done.
other than that, not a lot happening this morning. I've been looking all over the place. So right now we've got Nick the Hat last night. And we're basically looking into any other action while we're watching this. I think some of the YouTubers are sending out false information, people holding on to it, spreading it. Now it's become what's real and what isn't. You know, when it comes, you guys get to know your YouTubers. Some are honest and some are for the drama. And, you know, you kind of figure out after a while who's who. Yeah, cops are going to have a presser in a couple hours. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, last night, what an ish show. I was on scene for 3 days. I'm a Native American tracker, was tracking this guy, but the police wouldn't let us search. Are you kidding me? No. What about now that they've left the area? Is there any way, or will everything be destroyed for you to be able to track? Because trust me, I got the Native in me, and I believe strongly that Native trackers have an ability that a lot of people don't. This chat and channel is just so awesome. Thanks very much for keeping it real, people. Keep bringing all your amazing work. Thank you very much for that, Tracy. Thank you so much. Johnny, that's terrible. You'd think that they would want all the help they could get, posting a few cops with you guys and let you search. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think too, Dizzy. The police are like, oh man, we have to say something in front of these cameras again. Yeah, there is all over the place. You got to really check your sources and don't put it. We just don't put out anything out as fact until we have it basically confirmed by more than one source. That's a good question, Tracy. What excuses will come out today's press conference? Are they going to reimburse the people who had to cut down their crops? Do you know what? I heard something about 50-50. Now, I don't know what that means. But last night they were saying about that one guy that had to cut down his crop, something about getting 50-50. I don't know what that means. I'd rather have say nothing at a presser when you have the guy in cuffs or a bag. Johnny's back. Johnny's in the house. My youngest is in beautiful BC as well. He's in Fairmont, beautiful area. And in Toronto. I've been to both places. Absolutely. Have lived in BC long time and raised in off and on in central Alberta. But I've been from one end of the country to the other. Well, from the west coast to as far, I guess, as Quebec. And then, yeah. Oh, hey, I'm Cree too. I'm Poundmaker Cree. This guy is long gone. Somehow we're related to Poundmaker on one side of my family. But honestly, finding all the paperwork has not been as easy as finding all the paperwork for my English side. Is that what you'd say? Tracy, absolutely. But you catch on like she said, took my thoughts out to you, but I just have to be careful. We don't mystic. We're talking about that couple days ago. It's a complete inconvenience to harvest early. They need to be paid for lost time working on something else and pay for the cost of the crops. The break-ins were decoys and the van was an escape ploy. I was with Nick the Hat. Oh, were you with Nick the Hat? Okay. That's who we're watching right now. The cutting of crops was at Longwood. Hopefully that fiasco didn't end. It didn't get to that point for the farmers after that fiasco. Yeah, that was just a nightmare. I don't know. I wouldn't want to face the public after that. That's, oh boy. Police looking for 11 days and a civilian tracks him down. That's too much to handle. Yeah, they wouldn't like that too much, but it happened with Richard Ramirez. Sending lots of love and prayers to your daughter, Johnny. His sister helped with the escape, and he had 2 other cars, and he is long gone now. Wow. If caught in Chester County, I will eat the crow. If not count in Chester County, there will be New Chester County Crowhead Festival every year in the future. FBI LE invited only. Hello, Cheryl. There's a cutie on there, Cindy. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't traveled, unfortunately. Ugh. Blackfoot Pride. Okay, so a couple hours. Okay, let me double check. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let me see if I can find their Facebook. I've got their Twitter. No, that's Chester County. Chester County's DA office. Yeah.
Be at one person sitting in a silver van since 10:30. Everybody thinks it's weird. I see the resident van. Looks like a silver Toyota minivan. Possible female glasses, sitting on a driver's seat.
A press conference to be provided. An update on the search for Cavalcante will be held at 2 p.m. today at the Pomarlin Fire Company at 36 Firehouse Drive, Kenneth Square. Lieutenant Colonel Bivens will be speaking. The Chester County DA's office will host the live stream on their Facebook page. Okay, so I just need that Facebook page. Okay, Chester County DA Facebook, come on. look. I don't think that's the right one. Chester County Government. Oopsie daisy. Okay, let's see here. We are set up.
Number 10, Hannum Drive, number 10, Hannum Drive, from Uncle Burglar, coming from the entry exit sanctuary east door.
Set up.
Do you have a date of birth for the decision subject?
Wet night last night. So 12 Mountain Standard Time for the press conference.
What's that date? 25. Can you repeat? Can you give me a date of birth for the decision subject so we can turn ahead?
I know, right? Well, what they were saying was that the ground was too warm and that they weren't able to pick up his body heat because of the heat coming off the ground. That's what they were saying. I was on the Rachel Mooring case. My stepdaughter is the one who located her within an hour. Oh, is that you? Gotcha. I know exactly who you are, Johnny Blackhawk. I know exactly who you are. Welcome. Welcome. I didn't realize. I'd love to know a little bit more about that Rachel Mooring case. That's for darn sure, because those were the ones that were saying that they found them and not you or your stepdaughter. It was wild for a while there, wasn't it? But yeah, welcome, friend. Yeah, I believe she's getting deported is a separate event. She could be legal, and her brother's case brought it to light. That's what I'm kind of thinking, Dizzy. Yeah, any new information on Rachel? Dizzy 50-50. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Love and prayers and thoughts to your daughter, Johnny. Hope she finds peace and healing soon. That's just a horrible thing for someone to see. Absolutely. It'll leave a mark. So hopefully she just gets counseling if she needs it. You know, I'm sure her family will take good care of her. Yep. Apparently we're still in the Flintstone age. Chester County Crowhead Festival will be open to the public, and officers will complete in crow eating record contest. LE will compete in searches and more. Crows. Losers will win a crowfoot necklace. JLR asked a bit ago if he was still alive. I feel he is. Also thinking that the pointy thing he took, I'm thinking he shaved with it, just felt with info so far. He's a survivalist type person. Well, and you know, it sounds like he somehow hooked up with his sister, so that could explain some of the things too. Lots of luck, Johnny. We looked at that video of that guy, I don't know how many times. And he looks like 1,000 different people, 1,000,000 different people. Awesome, Johnny. Are you out there now? Be safe, man. I got myself shaving sitting in the comfort of my tub with bright lights on. No, I came home because I felt nobody took me seriously. I was on that farm where the van was stolen, and now it rained and all tracks are gone. Fair enough. I'm surprised they didn't just use tear gas, being there acting like Keystone cops. I found it quite alarming how you were treated at times, Johnny. You did an awesome job. You were getting right in there, XX. I just coming across most of you that cover on stories, but I would have watched and followed you, but glad you are okay either way. He got the razor at Longwood Gardens and then slipped the perimeter when things got too hot. Longwood Gardens must have been a haven for him. Can you imagine? Water fountains, food, great at eluding. There's a question. Do you think he was in the trees, Johnny? Yeah, clean water. Do you think it was up a tree is actually what I was meaning. Corn cobbed himself. Let me see here. I'm just going to see if there's anything else happening.
Those of you guys that have been watching from the beginning, we're all getting tired of just sitting and watching the police cars. At first, it was cool because it was so massive, but then once we saw that it was going to be massive like that every day, it kind of got old very quick. And generally speaking, every time there's been another sighting, it's at least a mile or more away from the police perimeter. 841 potential sighting. Sorry, I'm going to get an address.
Okay, let's see here. It's about an hour and a half from the press conference as it is right now. Let's take a look here. DANELO Cavalcante escapes U.S., shaves beard as the search widens. Why do I have this going 2 times?
Yeah, 4797. Hold on, that is okay. Looks like you might have been set off by a delivery driver.
This is not our press conference. This is
Hold on, do you have any contact person?
yesterday. Yesterday's conference.
Yeah, 4749, that's negative.
Give me a second here. We'll get back. "34 years old, you guys." And this is what, from when? 3-minute read from this morning. Pennsylvania police have said they are expanding their search perimeter after multiple recent sightings of an escaped prisoner now on the run for 12 days. DANELO Cavalcante stole a van and visited the homes of 2 acquaintances over the weekend, both outside the initial search area. Photos captured on a doorbell camera at one home appears to show the 34-year-old clean-shaven and in different clothes. The Brazilian national's disappearance has sparked headlines in his country. Cavalcante was sentenced last month to life without parole for deleting his ex-girlfriend Deborah Brandio, stabbing her 38 times in front of her 2 young children. Yeah, what a peach. What a peach. What have we got? He was 25 miles west of the prison when they got him. Hello? Okay, we watched the ad. Okay then. Local community remains on edge with some schools closed last week as Cavalcante repeatedly evades capture during being spotted several times. So he fled Chester County Prison about 25 miles west of Philadelphia on August 31st by crab walking between 2 walls, scaling a fence, and crossing through razor wire. Hundreds of police officers, tracker dogs, and aircraft have focused their search in and around Longwood Gardens, a nearly 200-acre botanical park popular with tourists. Cavalcante is alleged to have stolen a 2024 transit van about 3/4 of a mile outside the search perimeter on Saturday evening. Bailey's Dairy of Pocopson Meadow Farm confirmed their delivery van was stolen. A Sunday news conference, Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens said the deleter has used a vehicle to travel the home of former co-worker, colleagues in East Pikeland Township. The ex-associate, whose home was not home, but spoke to Cavalcante through their Ring doorbell camera. 2 photos from the camera shared by Upper Providence Township Police captured the fugitive's now clean-shaven face and a beard and mustache when he escaped. The footage also shows him wearing a baseball cap, hooded sweatshirt, green pants similar to those in a prison uniform, and white sneakers. The convict later tried to contact another old acquaintance in the nearby Phoenixville area, according to Mr. Bivens. That person, too, was not home, and police were alerted to Cavalcante's possible sighting by a female resident. Law enforcement believes he remains in the area and has likely entered other residents, businesses, or vehicles. He absolutely is looking for support. He needs that support. He doesn't have it. Whoa. Again, the eyes, guys, like what? Let's see if they've got another one. No. Wowzer, guys. This is from yesterday again, guys.
Earlier this morning, at approximately 12:30 a.m., PSP was made aware of a sighting of Cavalcante in the East Pikeland area of Chester County. Our investigation yielded the following occurrences. At 9:52 p.m., he attempted to contact an individual he had known and worked with several years prior. Cavalcante spoke with the individual via a video doorbell at that residence and inquired about meeting with that individual. The individual was at dinner with his family and did not respond to meet Cavalcante. Cavalcante left that residence. The homeowner eventually returned home, reviewed his doorbell recording, and called local police. You will note that Cavalcante is now clean-shaven and wearing a bright green hooded sweatshirt. Investigators were also made aware of another sighting in the Phoenixville area in which Cavalcante appeared at a residence of another old work associate at 10:07 p.m. During that investigation, there was an indication of a white vehicle possibly being used by Cavalcante. After an extensive search, the vehicle was discovered abandoned in a field behind a barn in East Nantmeal Township at 10:40 a.m. Investigators have been searching the area around that location since that time. We are obviously very concerned that Cavalcante has or will attempt to steal another vehicle to facilitate his escape. As a reminder, we ask for the public's help by familiarizing themselves with the updated photographs and description of Cavalcante, to check security cameras they have, and to call us immediately if they believe they may have seen him. Again, we ask residents to please secure homes, outbuildings, and vehicles.
Oh. The search continues. Good Lord, Martha. Nick the Hat. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to jump off. I have a couple things to do, and I'll get ready for this press conference. I think that's probably our best bet. So I'll be back probably 1:45, and we'll check out this presser and see if we've made any headway whatsoever. So thank you, everybody, for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.